filming me?
What's that?
Are you filming me?
Okay, so I
Are
looked
you
on...
filming me?
Yeah, I am.
Don't. You're on federal land, and I don't appreciate that.
What are you going to do about it? He's taking a picture of me now. He won't give me his name. He's trying to hide now.
Sir, get away from me with that. You have no right to do that.
Yeah.
You know where you at?
Alright, well, I'll tell you what. Go ahead and put that down for me.
Dude, let me put it down.
I'm putting you in handcuffs for safety.
The Thin Blue Line Flag of Tyranny shirt is finally available. The link to purchase is in the description, so head over there and order today. This design is available on all different styles of shirts and hoodies. Good morning.
You're not authorized. This is not a campsite. This is a recreation site.
Oh, okay.
Campsites is 1 through 5 over there, and then 15 through 6 over here.
Okay, so they're actually marked?
Absolutely. You need to check before you just set up. I don't like being filmed either.
I need to check before I...
Filming me?
What's that?
Are you filming me?
Okay, so I
Are
looked
you
on...
filming me?
Yeah, I am.
Don't.
Hey everybody, it's James Freeman. On the morning of December 9th, 2019, my family and I were camping on this federal campground just outside of New Orleans, Louisiana. It is managed by the Army Corps of Engineers. On the application that shows all of the government campgrounds around the US and Canada, it shows that this location has dispersed sites, no water, no hookups, nothing like that, which essentially means that you can go in, pick a spot, and camp. We've camped at dispersed campsites before, so we knew what it was. You just go out, no sites are marked, and you set up camp. When you enter this property, there are absolutely no signs indicating that certain activities are or are not allowed in certain areas.
You need to check before you just set up. I don't like being filmed either.
I need to check before I...
Filming me?
What's that?
Are you filming me?
Okay, so I
Are
looked
you
on...
filming me?
Yeah, I am.
Don't. You're on federal land, and I don't appreciate that.
What are you going to do about it?
Give me your driver's license, sir. Your driver's license, I'll have a unit come out here. We'll go from there.
All right.
Okay. No problem.
So you're telling me I need to move?
Exactly what I just told you.
Okay, then we'll move. There's no...
Well, I mean, you went a little further than that.
What, by filming you?
No.
You're a federal...
By the way you're doing your attitude with me.
So my attitude is what's going to cause you to try to use violence against me? We'll move. What's your name?
Go back and watch that as many times as you like, but it's perfectly clear to me that the only reason that he's calling the police right now is because I'm recording him. While it appears that I may have committed a code violation, he has every right to write me a citation for it. Essentially, it's a lot like a parking ticket, and we have every intention of moving right now. There is absolutely no reason to escalate this situation any further. Like he said, he's calling another unit out here, not because I did something illegal, not because I'm refusing to comply with lawful orders, but because of the way I did my attitude. It was my opinion that he was rude and abrasive from the moment that I opened the door. And while that's not illegal, if you want to be given respect, you need to give it. I tried multiple times to just ignore his rudeness and move on to solving the issue at hand, but he absolutely refused to allow that to happen.
Hey, can I get your name, please? Can I get your name, please? Huh? Yeah, please.
I'll go get him. Actually, they're down there.
Huh?
Is he calling the police on you?
Yeah.
All that needs to happen here is that we need to move to a location where we're allowed to be, and if he so desires, he needs to write a citation. But it is perfectly clear that he is going to escalate this as far as he can because his authoritarian ego has been damaged. So I went live so the world could witness everything in real time.
Hey, I'm live, okay?
In the meantime, the family is getting up, getting dressed, and packing up to leave.
He's taking a picture of me now. He won't give me his name. He's trying to hide now.
Sir, get away from me with that. You have no right to do that.
Yeah,
You know where you at?
I do actually have a right.
Where
to.
are you? Where are you?
Are you a government employee?
Yes, I am. And
Okay.
This is government land you on it, and I'm asking you not
Then-
to park here. You have to leave.
And I already-
And I asked you for your permit. You haven't gave me one yet.
Permit for what?
For camping.
He never asked for a camping permit, and this is why it's always important to record government employees.
You illegally camping right now.
What's your name?
Well, I'll show you that when I sign your ticket.
Okay.
Okay? I mean, you made this happen.
I made it happen?
Yes, you parked illegally.
And
And
you
it's
came
not
over and
campus.
instead of just saying, hey, you know, even though nothing's marked, here's what's
They
what.
are marked. There's 15 campsites marked.
So you're telling me there's 2 sheriffs out here when we set up. We've been out here for 2 days. The
I
cops
just
have
got
driven
to
through
work
the whole
here
time.
today.
Why wouldn't somebody say? I mean, it is completely unclear. On the website, all it says is you can come out here and you can camp for free. And you come out and you just start being a dick. And you expect me to be nice to you? You're a federal employee. You are paid by taxpayer dollars. Do you understand that?
I am a taxpayer.
And you think that you get to walk around treating the taxpayer however you want. You think it's funny?
Yes, you are.
You think it's funny, huh?
You are.
And you wonder why cops drop.
Yeah, I don't know what your problem is.
Yeah, I don't know why people do that to cops and federal agents. I have no idea. I don't get it. It can't be because they walk around being assholes, right?
I'm doing your job, sir.
Your job would be to say, hey man, you're parked in it. I know it's totally unclear and unmarked,
That's your
but I
opinion.
need you to move over there.
That's your opinion.
Yeah, it is my opinion. So what is your job? Walk around being an asshole? With money? While being, you think it's funny, huh? You think it's real funny? What's your name? It's Park Ranger. It's U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
That's correct. That's not right.
3216R. How long you been a welfare for? Alright, so the VIN is 1C6RR7FGX GS12732. If we can go ahead and run that and make sure it's not a stolen vehicle. I'm not sure if this guy's even a park ranger. I think he stole this vehicle, chopped it, marked it up. Because I know that a government employee that's paid by tax dollars wouldn't treat the taxpayer like that. So let's go ahead and look it up, make sure this vehicle's not stolen. So you got sheriff out here now. Yeah, that'll work, dude. Thanks, buddy. Who, the park ranger?
Yeah.
He's what?
He's acting like a child.
Yeah, that's what they do. They can't just come and say, hey man, need you to move. Yeah, no problem.
Please.
No problem. Yeah, please would be nice, but you know, even just, hey, you need to move. You can't be here. Oh yeah, no problem. We're gonna hook up before we pull the wheel chocks off. I mean, it's not like we would come out in the middle of the wide openness
intentionally and break the rules, you know?
Yeah, we're gonna just.
You just say, hey, you can't be here, you gotta move.
So you mind standing by your truck for me?
What's that?
You mind standing by your truck for me? Don't stand behind us.
I'm not behind you, I'm beside you. We're moving everything.
Alright, that's fine. Do you have your ID?
What's that?
Do you have your ID?
What for?
Because I'm asking you for your ID.
Why?
Because he said that you're camping on a no camping ground.
Okay.
So I have the right to ask for your ID. Provide your ID.
Alright, why isn't anything marked down here?
Provide your ID first.
A couple of things here. One, the sheriff has no jurisdiction on federal property. He has no right to get my ID. Two, the park ranger does not need my ID to give a citation. The citation goes to the illegally parked vehicle, not the individual. If they want police out here, it would have to be federal police to have authority. This deputy has no jurisdiction or authority here, but he does have a gun, he does have an ego, and he's willing to use both. That's where his authority comes from. So you do suspect me of a crime then, is that right?
You're showing me the ordinance right now. and
Okay.
That's correct.
All right. Yeah, they can't just be polite. They can't just treat people the way that they would
Showing me
want to
where
be treated.
camping is permitted, especially designated areas, and this on this
Yeah.
no designated area for here.
Yeah, I get that.
So I need your ID.
All right, she's going to go ahead and try and find it. So you can see that nothing is marked out here.
Correct.
So you can see that nothing is marked out here.
Correct.
Go to a spot where we can camp. We've been here for
And
2
that's what I'm
days.
saying. That's
We've been here for
no
two,
designation marking this as a campsite.
or anything else, or any other spots. But they marked this entire area as a campsite. That's why there's other campers out here.
And they came to designated campsites, not all.
So the park ranger is saying that there's designated camping spaces that are marked. But what he means by that is there's some wooden boards put up with numbers 1, 2, 3, I believe through 15 on them. It doesn't specify what those boards mean. There's no other signage, no verbiage anywhere in this entire park saying what those random boards with numbers on them mean. You're telling me that? We'll go over there and look. I mean, we didn't come out in the middle of the wide open to try to break the law. You understand that? And you knocked on the door and you just... She's looking for it. But you wonder why people don't, you know...
What's your name, sir?
James.
James what?
Hold on 1 second. Let me mute this live stream. Guys, please remember too, if you go back to the beginning, you'll remember and you'll see that the whole reason for all this extra, the whole reason for the sheriff deputy being here, the whole reason for this extreme escalation of a parking ticket is because I was recording the park ranger. At this point, both the park ranger and the sheriff are really upset that I would even question anything that they say whatsoever. With two egos this big and my wife and kids nearby, I'm not trying to assert my rights. I'm just trying to make it out alive. Look, that's not a lawful order. You're live on the internet. There's 1,000 people watching you.
And I'm about to detain you in handcuffs.
For what?
Because you're making me fear for my safety by disobeying rules. Stay where
It's not a rule. It's not a law. What's your name?
You to stay right here.
All right, I'm going to do it because you're threatening me. What's your name?
My name is Corporal Swanson.
Corporal Swanson. Get your supervisor. Get your supervisor, Corporal Swanson. His directives are unlawful, but he's made it clear that he's willing to use violence to enforce them. He has stated that his unlawful directives and commands are for officer safety. But with every encounter where an officer acts inappropriately, police across the entire country become less and less safe. This is St. Charles Parish. Get on the phone, please. St. Charles Parish in Louisiana. I have the right to record you in your official capacity. St. Charles Parish in St. Charles, Louisiana. I fear for my life. Hey, what's your name? You haven't given it yet. Hey, get another camera and record, please. Any phone. That one, any phone but that one. That one's full.
No, it's not. I believe you.
Any phone but that one. I don't need this to not be recorded. So it's not the same as like if you go to an RV park or one of their state parks where the spots are clearly marked. So there are some numbers over here. There's a 7 right here. There's an 8 over here and a 9. So now that we've been told what these sticks in the ground with numbers are and what they mean, it's pretty clear. And there is one tent and one RV in these spots. So this is actually our second time coming out to this location. And this tent and this RV are the only ones that have ever actually been parked in the designated camping spots. There was one that was parked for a week and a half, almost right next to where we are. This is because the entire park is marked as free camping, and there's no signage saying what is or is not allowed anywhere in this park. We aren't the only ones this was unclear to. Almost every person that we've seen camping out here was camping outside of the designated camping spots. It seems to me that they've made it intentionally unclear, and maybe the only people who know are those who have already dealt with this asshole park ranger.
Come over here. Did you just call the 911?
Did I call?
About a gun cabinet?
No.
No?
I'm live on the internet.
Okay, and I don't care about that.
No, I didn't call 911. I've been in your site the whole time and I've been live. So anything I've done is live.
Alright, well, I'll tell you what. Go ahead and put that down for me.
Dude, let me put it down.
I'm putting you in handcuffs for safety.
Dude! I'll say it again. Every time an officer violates an innocent person for officer safety, officers become less safe. And let's remember that all of this was escalated because of the man you see right there in the camera frame. Because his ego was damaged, he is punishing me.
You're being detained.
Let me put the... Why? Why am I being detained? Why am I being detained? Hey, get the camera!
You're being detained for safety.
Get the camera! He couldn't have made it any more clear there. You are not being detained for suspicion of a crime. You are being detained for my safety.
Being detained for safety.
Alicia! Help! Help!
Stand back.
Let her take the camera!
Put it on the hood. Put it on the hood.
It's
On the hood.
gotta stay set up so it can see you.
Why is he being arrested?
He's not being arrested.
Retaliation.
Wait,
Retaliation.
can I ask why he's being detained? Because he's asking questions?
It's retaliation. Let them get the camera.
So what are you on parole for? Or are you on probation parole for?
I'm not on probation or parole. Get the camera.
So you
Let
have
her...
nothing out of Texas saying that you're on probation parole.
No, I'm not.
Nothing at all.
No. Get the...
I'm not coming closer because I'm afraid he's going to shoot me. Just saying.
Someone needs to get that camera. Guys, it's St. Charles Parish.
Come have a seat in my car.
Now can I grab the camera since you moved?
Get the camera.
You could have just said we can move. But you had to make it harder. You make things harder. You could have just said move. I don't know how this thing works, guys. Being detained, they said. Fix it, Braxton. I'm moving the camera. I think it's broken. I think it just broke. Well, yeah. That's because they threw it on the truck. I don't know how you work it.
Maybe press the power button.
Sorry, guys. It's because he threw it on the freaking... God damn it. Being detained because he's on parole? He's not on parole. Are you stupid? I gotta move the camper.
A-holes.
Hold that. I gotta move the camper because
Go to the door. Go. What's he doing with a big gun like that? Mom?
can I get a little bit closer? Well, I'm going to. I'm going to go to the back of the truck. Right here. So, Jimmy is explaining to the douchebag state park guy that he was straight up a dirty douchebag. That he was straight up a dirty douchebag.
Because Corporal Swanson took my camera and detained me, not for suspicion of a crime, but for officer safety, this crucial part of the conversation was not picked up. Essentially, the park ranger was very proud of himself for getting all these guys to come out here and threaten myself and my family for recording him being an asshole to me. He told me that it's not my job to question what's right and wrong, that's the job of the police, and it's my job to obey the police. I explained to him that the worst atrocities in the history of the world have been carried out by obedient men following the orders of perceived authority. He didn't have a clue what I was talking about. But remember, this wasn't even about a refusal to obey perceived authority. This was all about me recording him. Nothing more, nothing less. When it was done, he also trespassed me and my family from the property. Again, not for our inability or unwillingness to follow the unclear, unmarked rules on the property, as we were perfectly willing to do that. He trespassed us from the property because I recorded him being an asshole.
Alright. Yeah, I'm leaving. You were told to leave. If I have to tell you again, I'm going to do it with handcuffs. Do you understand?
Yeah, bring you up. Yeah, come on.